How's everybody doing? This is Tinkering with Harleys. Today we're going to show you how to take seals out of a transmission, the easiest way I know how. But first, I'd like to thank all of you who have subscribed. I greatly appreciate it. If you're watching these videos and you like them, by all means, please subscribe. I want to thank everybody for the comments and suggestions. And before we do the video, which is going to be pretty short because it doesn't take long to take out seals out of a transmission, I've gotten a couple of great questions and a couple of great suggestions. So that's what we're going to cover. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is I got a question on tools. Now, the tools that I show you that are necessary tools that are specialty, these in my dealings with working on Harleys, these are must-have tools. I don't get paid to hawk tools. I don't get paid for this at all. This is just trying to help other people. And the way I'm showing you is, over the years, the easiest and most economical way I've found to do the repairs. Now, I understand not wanting to go out and get tools if you're only going to do the job once. But some of the Harley dealers and some bike shops do rent tools out. So rather than buying it, if you want to go to the Harley dealer and see if they rent like a race remover. I had one guy ask me about taking the race off with a 3-pronged or 2 or 3-pronged puller, which the very first one I did that way years ago, and I wound up having to grind my puller, and I wound up having to use a die grinder and heating the race on the main shaft, and it wound up taking way too long to do this. And that's when I went out and I got the tool. Now, I've had that tool that I showed you in the last video over 20 years, and I've done well over 100 of those races. And this is by far the easiest way to do it. I had a second suggestion on talking about pricing on doing different jobs and parts and things like that. So at the end of the video, we're going to cover that. So let's get right to the video. Now, on these, you've got the seal here for the pawl. You've got 3 seals on this, on the main shaft, on the main gear. You've got the main seal, which everybody knows about. Then you have one that is not in the manual and everybody misses. That's this one. This is the 5th gear seal, and everybody misses this one. So if you ever replace your main seal and you still have an oil leak, you probably missed this one, and that's where the oil leak's coming from. So we'll just take our screwdriver and we'll get this popped out. And there's the pawl seal. Now I'll do the same thing with the fifth gear seal. There's that one. Now for the main seal, what I like to do is put a sheet metal screw in there and pull that out that way. This is just the way I do it. And then take the pliers And there it is. Pops it right out. So that's the easiest way to do it. At least that's the way I do them. I know there's people that would argue that it's not the right way to do it. Now, this is your spacer. Take that out. That looks like it's in pretty rough shape. The last seal you have is right here. This is your quad seal. And it sets right down there in that little groove. So that's your quad seal. Okay, so that's how I remove seals from a transmission. Now, that transmission was on the bench, but you can remove every seal that's on there while the transmission's on the bike. But this is the easiest way that I found to remove seals. Now, to replace the seals will run you, if you use the pawl seal, if you replace the pawl seal, that'll run you about maybe $15 to $20 out of your pocket to replace all the seals. Total job with gaskets, oil, and everything is under $100, probably somewhere in the neighborhood, $70, $75, something like that. The most expensive thing you're going to get is outer primary gasket. That runs $30 or a little more depending on where you get it. They're expensive, but if you do this job yourself, it'll be under $100. If you take it to a shop to be done, it's going to be significantly more. So I don't use seal pullers or anything like that. I've never seen the need to. I mean, you can take the seals out like I showed you in the video with a screwdriver. You can also use a wrench to do it. You get the wrench underneath the seal and just bang it and it pops out. And with the main seal, I've always done it with using a sheet metal screw. There's no specialty tool needed for that. So I hope this helps somebody. And again, if you're watching these videos and you're enjoying them, please subscribe. Keep the suggestions coming. Keep the questions coming. I'll answer every one of them. And I hope everyone has a happy holiday. So thanks for watching, and everybody be safe out there.